Happy Tuesday, Roulette Fools. Brent with AOB. We're going to get underway today. Yesterday, we had a roller coaster of a day, but we somehow managed to be up $600. So we'll set our new balance, 41,148. If you saw that video, you'll see we had a great time yesterday. It got a little bit crazy there at the end, but it was crazy good, right? So anyway, if you hadn't had a chance yet, please subscribe to the channel. Also, give us a like, give us that thumbs up. We would appreciate it. Links to our Discord is below, as is our link to sign up with Stake. Hit that affiliate link. Lots of perks there, and there'll be even more perks for affiliates when we do our cash giveaways, such as whatever you win, you will double your winnings if you're an affiliate, etc., etc., etc. Also, a reminder, we'll be having a special 1 month. Every month, we'll be having a special drawing for anyone that's watching the YouTube channel. We'll give a buzzword. Type in that buzzword. All you got to do then is be in Discord on the day of drawing, and it will be substantial winnings. And again, for those of you that are affiliates, you will get additional benefits from that. We're also later today live streaming our first session today on Kick. So the link for Kick is down below, but we'll be doing Kick later today for another one of these sessions here, probably a second session of our roulette, but who knows? Maybe we'll do a dice video, or maybe we'll do a compilation of all three. Anyway, let's get right to it. You can see our profit. We're up 10,548, surplus with expendable 548. All right, let's bust right into it. Let's pull up our wonderful graph and get going. All right, so hopefully you're all having a great week. Really excited about streaming on Kick. That's going to be amazing. That way you can interact, and I'll be able to answer questions on the fly instead of just recording it and then trying to answer questions in YouTube. And even better, some of you, if you want, you can just literally play right along on the same server wheel that I am if you're on Stake US. And that would be very, very cool. All right, what do we got? 11, 32, 9, 12, 23. I think we're going to go with reverse. And we're going to go right out of the gate. Oh, man, I don't even have a balance yet. So let me put you on pause. Okay, we're back. We have our deposit. And now we're ready to go. Sorry about that. All right, just rolled an 8. We're going to jump right in there at 135. Let's see if we can do some damage here early on. That gives us some money to play with. And then who knows, I think today on streaming, we'll continue on with this. But for right now, for this session, what I thought I would do is I would go back to the very basics and play this the way that I really recommend you play it. So in other words, we're going to play it very conservatively. If we lose twice before we're able to recover, we take a break and we come back, okay? No more wild ride for me this morning. So this will be a session on how you should do things, not how I have been doing things, okay? Especially last night, right? Yesterday, it was fun though. I mean, that was fun. It was a lot of risk to end up with only $300 extra from what we started, but that's gambling, right? Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm hoping we can go on a run here. That would be nice. And that's not good right off the bat. All right. Expect it, accept it, right? We'll see how this rolls. Was hoping to get a run, but it hasn't hit that first street since forever. 16. No, 16's not even that. So that was the first time it's hit one of the first streets in a long time. So this may be a bad choice because it could mean it's going to start swinging the other way, but it could also mean that we're still going strong this direction. So we'll see. Again, we lose twice before we recover. We step back, take a break, and reassess what we're going to do. Probably come back in at the beginning balance and work our way back. And then if it's running really well, maybe we escalate to tier 3 just to win back. Okay, so that's one. We need to get a second one. Oh my gosh. Mrs. AOB. So yesterday, I don't know what we were talking about. I guess I need to back it up. I need to back it up so you understand the whole thing here. And it started with a joke. And the joke, I'll fast forward the jokes. I won't tell it the whole way, but it goes something like this. A guy joins the army. He gets shipped way out in the middle of Afghanistan at a small base in the middle of the desert, right? And he's out there for months and months. Finally, he walks up to one of the sergeants, says, "Hey, Sarge, there's nothing but guys out here. What do you guys..." Oh. Okay, so that's 2 losses before we recovered. So we're going to stop and take a break right now and give it like 5-6 spins, and then we'll come back and I'll resume this amazing joke. Okay, we're back. So, of course, as soon as we leave, it hits everything else. So we're going to go back to the beginning here. We're going back to our base bet of 135 instead of going up to the third progression. This is how I would recommend it if you're playing safe. And then if we get a couple wins, we grind back up. And if we're feeling really good, you can then jump up a couple tiers if you want, if you're feeling like we're on a winning streak. And that's okay. But we're not going to jump up to the 3rd tier, which would be a 540 bet right now, until we get a couple wins and feel pretty good about it. Because we're not that far down right now. Like, we're only 2 wins from breaking even, right? There we go. We could go 270 here if we wanted to. We're just going to leave it at 135 for a couple spins. Only takes us a couple extra minutes. This is a safe way to play. Now, had we stuck with it, we would have been okay. Because I think, what did we do? We lost on the 25 or the 27 or 25. Win, 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 win. Oh, well. That's just how it goes, but I still advocate the breaks. So you lose twice before you recover. Get out, take a break. There we go. There's another win. All right. Let's go for a 3rd. We're just basically starting over again. And that's all right. In these cases, when you're playing smart with your stop losses, it's better to start over and only be down a little bit than to, try to make it back up in a hurry. I'm not saying that I'm going to play this way often. I'm just showing you the way that if I wanted to play very, very smart, especially when you're just starting out and you're eating into your own bankroll. Right now, we're playing on the house money right now. So, because we're up considerably, right? Okay, let's see what we can do here. There we go. There's another win. There's another win. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see. I may even consider... Yeah, let's do an autoplay. Let's put that in for 10 rounds. That way, as long as we're winning, we don't have to rebet. And when we lose, we just double it and then go back down to the base bet. Makes it easy. Makes it lazy. And we have a dealer change coming in after this. That sort of sucks because she's actually been rolling really well on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th streets. Just like that. Oh well, we're up 45. Let's keep it going. Anyway, back to my joke. So this guy's in the army. He gets sent way out into the middle of the desert. And after a couple months, he asks his sergeant, "Hey, I noticed there's no women out here. What do you guys do for, recreation?" Sergeant says, "See that barrel over there?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "See that hole over there?" He goes, "Yeah." "The hole in the barrel?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's what we do for fun." He goes, "Oh, okay." So the private one evening sneaks out, a little bit shy, goes and, sticks his hee-haw into the barrel and does his thing. And the next day he finds a sergeant and he goes, "Oh my God, that was amazing. Thank you." The sergeant says, "Yeah, no problem." He goes, "That was really, really, that was nice." And the sergeant says, "Yeah, well, except on Tuesdays." Oh, of course. We get a new dealer, we lose. And the private says, "Well, what's on Tuesdays?" And the sergeant says, "It's your turn in the barrel." So anyway, that gets you some history on the joke. So last night, I don't even know how it came up, but something about the barrel. I was teasing her about the barrel or something, and I don't even remember. Anyway, and I said something like, well, again, I don't remember how it went, but it ended up by saying, well, I guess you could, if you don't want to take your turn in the barrel, you could just, if you want to get back at me, you could stick a porcupine in the barrel. And she says to me, she goes, well, what would that do? I said, well, what do you mean, what would that do? She goes, well, the porcupine, it wouldn't be scared, and it's only going to poke you if you're scared. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what? And I'm like, well, I'm just going to hit the quills, you know? And she's like, yeah, well, it has nothing to be afraid. Basically, she was saying, there's nothing big enough to stick in that barrel that's going to frighten the porcupine. What a bitch. Oh my God. I got to admit, we were cracking up for like 15 minutes when it finally dawned on me. Now it's either I'm very dense or her humor is very poor. So I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was funny. Well, funny, not funny. All right, there we go. We accidentally left our bet up high. Didn't mean to do that. And that's because... All right, there we go. I like the other server because maybe I had to discard if you don't discard, if you double up on a recurring bet, it'll pop up a thing saying, do you want to adjust your recurring to this new amount? You say no, then it'll keep doing this basic bet. I'll have to read what that pop-up had up there. So we'll see. Anyway, this week, I believe we're having another poker tournament. Get into Discord. There'll be prizes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh. I don't know. Maybe we go 1, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I just feel like she's hitting first streets. That's her second first street she's hit. So let's move away from that. I was just telling some of the admins yesterday, for those of you that are old enough to remember, Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love MTV video, right? Has those ladies in the background kind of dancing with their guitars. And I said that some of these dealers and stuff remind me of those gals. All right. What did we do last time? We did 270, so we go down to 135. All right. We're coming back up. It's a little bit of a heart monitor going on there, EKG, but we're at 4 and 9, so not ideal, but just a little over 2. So that means I think it's going to pick up. All right, let's roll. Remember those Bush Bean commercials with the talking dog? Roll that beautiful bean footage or something. I thought those were funny. I guess I'm showing my age. Okay, good. I thought, no, we were good either way, whether it hit 27 or 13. There we go. The one I kind of like was the old Pace Picani commercials where there's a couple cowboys or something and someone brings them like some salsa and they're like, where was this salsa made? And he's like, New York City, New York City. And then the cowboys look at that guy and go, get a rope. Oh, I'm reminiscing over here. All right. And I'm only hunching down because I got my soybean in my lap here. So it's kind of not as comfortable to play like this, but we'll make do. All right, there we go. All right. That's what we're talking about. Okay, let's get on a run here. That's what we need. We need a run. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to be stepping up the prizes and the giveaways. So be on the listen out for that. Be on the listen out. We're going to start stepping it up. All right, buddy. Where are you going? Be on the lookout. You need to have a crypto wallet, though, because I send everything in Litecoin. Litecoin. No fees. Quick and fast. Easy, secure transaction history. So get on there, and again, as well as with, there's a loss. As well as with, like, on our Kick, if you are a follower on Kick, you get extra tickets into the entries into there. We'll have the Kick address down below in the descriptions, so you can join on that. We'll be doing a live stream today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. East Coast Time. Who the heck knows what time it is in Europe? I think it's about 8 hours ahead from that, so about 11 p.m. in Western Europe, UK, Ireland, roughly. And for, let's say, Australia, we go 8 hours backwards. 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. It will be... Oh, dang it. Come on. All right, there's 2. We're going to take a break and come back so we don't just follow down this rabbit hole. And we'll resume in a little bit while I figure out the Australian time. I know it's 8 hours behind us, but it's the next day. So anyway, so yeah, 7 p.m. No, 7 a.m. Yeah, I think it's 7 a.m. Australian time. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, we are back. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to switch to Centipede. So let's jump over to, let's go 3 Centipede, and we're going to go 540. Actually, no. We're going to go 135. I'm playing the conservative way, which there's pros and cons, right? If you double up, you get up faster. If you keep it low, you have to play more spins, which also increases the number of spins you have to do and the number of chances to lose. Let's hope that they continue hitting in the middle of the board here. Okay, good. Good. Ooh, that's a little blip. All right. We're going to go up. I'm feeling pretty good. We're going to go 270. Man, how do we bet 540? We must have bet... No, we bet 270, 135, 270. Yeah, so we're going to go up 540 here. I'm feeling pretty good. And we'll go from there. All right, come on now. Who's our dealer? Rose. Come on, Rose. Of course. Rose. Boy, we've had rough going today, huh? All right. And you know what it is? It's every time my cat sleeps on my lap, I don't do well. Come on, buddy. Go catch a mouse. All right. Now I can be engaged. Come on, let's get us into Profit Town here so that we can go have some fun with some bigger bets. We were doing well for it. I mean, we're 7 and 12. I mean, that's atrocious. Come on now. All right, there's one win. Sheesh. Let's see if we can get a couple here. So this gives us $360 per win. So if we win this one, we'd only be down 145, right? 360. No, not even that much. I'm sorry, $45. So hopefully we can win this one and bring this bet way down. And a $135 bet would break us even. There we go. Whew, so close to that 2 and 4. Nice. Okay, so let's bring this thing back down to a 135 bet. What was our high here? 135. I'm actually going to risk it and go 270 to get us plus 45. We're already been going. I've got to take a look. If you notice, my cutout down there is different now. Got rid of the background. I've been using Camtasia, and I really like Camtasia, but for the live streaming and stuff and whatnot, OBS is a better tool for integration with Kick. So I switched over to OBS. I'll have to. Oh. This is our luck today. Switched over to OBS, so I have to see where my placement is of my body. I don't want to be covering up too much, so I've got to. I'm hoping that I get it right here between the edge of the board and where the dollar amounts are. Hopefully that's where my pretty little mug will be showing, so I may have to do some adjustments. I don't know if I can adjust it. In Camtasia, I can move myself around post-editing. We'll see if I can do that with OBS. OBS doesn't have much for post-editing, whereas Camtasia, you can edit your video and do everything right in Camtasia, so that's why I really like it. But for some reason, Camtasia, I finally got a black background, as you saw yesterday, but whew, so close to 3 and 0. So close. All right, we go again. Come on, give us some traction here, Rose. Give us some traction. Boy, it's pretty... Not bad weather out there. It's turned kind of cold again. We got some really warm weather, but man, I'm be flying to Florida tomorrow. That's right. So there's a very good chance I'll be playing moderately to highly intoxicated over the next several days. I'll try to be careful, but no guarantees. I plan on having a good time. Oh, mofo. You got to be kidding me. What is this? I swear. They are just... Every time we switch up, they decide to do something else. All right, we're back to $1,000 bets. We've been here before. What is our VIP status? Let's go take a look. I'm supposed to be showing this on full screen. What is our VIP status here? We are 60.86 away... Towards, not away, so about 40% towards diamond status. Very nice. You can always go here to benefits and see the benefits of diamond. They don't really tell you a whole lot different. I mean, if you look at those, it's the same thing, so why even bother? All right, there we go. Let's see if we can get a couple of these in a row. That would be nice. That'd be nice. All right, let's go. Man, it's Tuesday already. I say it's already, but I guess that's because I'm leaving on Wednesday. But, man, time's going fast. And I'm actually enjoying. To me right now, this is the Thursday of months. Follow me here. I love Thursday, as you know, next day, because you're almost to the weekend, and you got the whole weekend to look forward to. Right now, we are almost to summer. We have the whole thing. Days are still getting longer. If it hit that 6 again, I was going to just write a letter. Write a letter of disappointment. All right, where are we at here? And we're going to go 270 again. See if we can jump up. Anyway, so it's days are still getting longer and longer and longer. Summer equinox, I mean, that's like mid-late June 20th, somewhere in that. That means after June 20th, days just start getting shorter. Summer's already over. My daughter hates it when I do that. She's like, God, you're such a negative Nancy. I'm like, I'm just telling facts. I mean, as soon as Friday hits, Friday night goes, you wake up, it's Saturday, you already know it's effing Sunday. All right, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Okay, we're bouncing back. All right, so now we get to go back down to 135. At least we're playing with house money here. Oof, we had some big dips here. 765 and 675. So got out of those. That's okay. In this situation, or in this session, taking the breaks didn't help. That's just how it goes. But like I said, it's not about statistics. Taking the breaks, the thing about taking breaks is you walk away, you cool down, you come back, you don't get emotionally caught up, right? I'm an emotional person. You've seen the way I play. So taking the breaks is important. Okay, getting away, coming back, really thinking about it, checking out your bankroll again, making sure that you're making good decisions and not just chasing. So that's the whole purpose of breaks, okay? Not that it's going to statistically give you an advantage, although I'd like to think that if you're just on a losing run, I feel like when I'm on losing runs, when I lose, you really just keep losing, you know? So, of course, that's just purely, that's not fact-based whatsoever. That's just what it feels like, probably. Okay, nice. Oof. All right, there we go. 225. Let's keep this rolling. Let's keep this rolling. Get up to 300. Call it a day. Come back and try some different strategies. We'll come back and play with a couple of the different strategies we tried before. The reason why I'm only sticking with like those 2 or 3 strategies that we're playing in addition to this is because I want you to see how they do over multiple sessions, not just one session. I don't believe in that. I don't believe you can try out a strategy for 1, 2, 3, even 5 times and decide. Now, some of them may be terrible right off the bat, and you look at it and go, there's just no way I'd do it again. And those are the kind of strategies I look at that are the ones that have only a few positive numbers, big jackpot numbers. The rest are partial losses. The rest are break evens. And you get behind, and you're relying on it to hit just a couple numbers. All right, we're at 270. I'm going to go ahead and push with the 135 instead of backing down right now. And that may be a good call, maybe a bad call. Anyway, if you look at those strategies and you play it and you realize, I don't ever want to do this again, that's understandable. But on other strategies, you know, keep giving it a try. And you got to work through some of those bad sessions. Plus, you gotta learn. Just because you know the strategy by the book doesn't mean you know how to play it, right? You have to have a feel, and I really think that's what makes the difference between really good roulette players and those that are just starting out and aren't able to get it. Because I feel like, I'm going to keep going here. We're doing well. I feel like even with my daughter, she's like, man, Dad, whenever I play on my own and you leave or something for a break or something, I lose. And I'm doing the exact same effing thing that you were doing. And I told her it's I don't know. It's about, not that I'm the end all be all, but I feel like I do pretty well. It's just like gut feeling and instinct to go, okay, I think I should do this. This is when I should double. This is when I shouldn't double. And as long as most of the time it works out, obviously there's been times where it doesn't work out for me and I have lost big time. But overall, most of the time it does work out. So you just kind of got to get a feel for that strategy, how it plays out. It's sort of like chess, right? You're thinking like 3 moves ahead, if that makes any sense. Okay, look at this. Now we're killing it. Man, I got Def Leppard radio on Spotify going on. God, I wish I could crank this right now. I saw Def Leppard 3 times when I was in high school and college. That was awesome. The last time I saw him was right after their drummer had gotten in an accident and got his arm cut off and didn't think he was going to return to the band, but he came back and, man, he played the drums with a vengeance. That was some of the best concerts I've ever been to. I loved it. I mean, is there a band? I mean, think about it. Def Leppard, what an iconic band. Do they even make bands like that anymore? I don't know. I mean, like, pretty much every song on their albums are amazing, especially Pyromania. I mean, every song on that album is incredible. You look at High and Dry, every song, I mean, that's got some just amazing. I don't know. There's very few groups anymore. I don't know. Just lost that whole sound. And I realize, I mean, I like Breaking Benjamin. I like some of these other groups, but I don't know. I'm sounding like a real old fart right now, aren't I? They just don't make it like they used to. Yeah, whatever, Grandpa. So maybe they do. I mean, I don't know. Rihanna, I guess, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's an incredible talent for sure. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Look at this. We're crushing it. I think if we win this one more, that takes us up. We'll get above 500 here. I mean, we got to expect a loss coming on. We've really skyrocketed here. We're almost to a 3-1. Right now is statistically right where we should be with wins and losses ratio. So, oh yeah, in the last video, I don't know what it is said, but last video someone said, you know, they add a 0, that gives them the advantage. Have you ever heard of, do you know what, you know, dealer advantage or casino advantage is? Yeah, something like that. No, oh, there it is. There was the loss we were looking for. Okay, that's all right. I still feel pretty good. Yes, I know what the house advantage is. Indeed. It's not really the 0. I suppose it's the 0 because if you look at the payout. So yeah, it's however you want to look at it. Adding an extra number, but it's really the payout, right? So if you look at a single number, they're paying out 35-1, right? Well, there's 37 numbers on the table. So that's where they're getting their edge, is by adding that 0, they're taking away a 50-50 proposition, and on their payouts, they're not paying you correctly for the risk that you're taking. It's semantics, agreed. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, 405. I feel risky. Let's go 270. So I'm sort of deviating away. I already showed you how we would, you know, the correct way to play it with walking away after 2 losses, keeping your bets as small as possible. We're playing with house money. I'm going to push the limit a little bit here. Because sometimes no matter what the book says to do, you also have to recognize who you are and how you play best, right? What gets you to play best? And if being under pressure gets you to play best, and honestly, it does me. When I'm behind, I don't know, everything just kind of gets razor sharp usually, and I'm able, if I'm not inebriated and high, or doing this, you know. Come on, lady. I don't know. I just get really focused, and I start, and I've seen it outside of the really bad dice episodes, but for the most part now, if you watch me on dice, if you saw our play to pay giveaway on Saturday, so if you haven't watched one of those, the way it works is I put a playable balance, and I try to take that playable balance and I try to win $500. There's 5 lucky contestants that we draw. If I win $500, each of those contestants get $100. They can take their 100 and walk away. They can, okay, there we go. Or they can choose to keep it in there and push their luck, and I'll try to bet for them. So when I started on Saturday, I gave myself a $2,000 playable balance. And so what I said is, hey, I'm going to go start in dice and see if we can get some money on dice. And then like the previous week, I did dice. Then I went to mines. Then I did a little bit of a couple of the other digital games. Then I went and played some live roulette. Or actually last week what we did is I went straight to live roulette, did 5 streets, $500, spun it, I think 5 times in a row, got $500, and we were done. And then I think everyone took their money and ran. Oh no, 2 people took their money and ran, and 3. Anyway, I'm all over the freaking place. So this last weekend, I started out with a $2,000 playable balance, went to dice to try to get to 500. Or at least a couple hundred. It doesn't have to go 500. And I lost $2,000 literally in like 20 seconds. I wasn't paying attention because we were getting set up for the stream and everything. And I was talking and I was just hitting the space bar, which places your bet. And I was just clicking, and I really wasn't paying attention. I look up, and it said, "Oh, cannot place this bet." I'm like, "What do you mean can't place this bet?" "Oh, you're out of funds." So that was the bad news. We lost $2,000 in a second. Technically, the challenge would have been over, because if I can't make the $500 and I lose my bankroll, then the players get nothing. But I felt awful because I wasn't really paying attention. So I refunded the account, and fortunately, we got all that money back in a hurry. And we were able to keep going on, and from there we were able to make the $500. So it turned out well, but it was funny. It was like down to $2,000 in 20 seconds, and then we got it back like in 1 minute. I mean, it was fast. So it lended itself to a little excitement. All right, come on now. Who do we got here now? Let's go. Cammy. All right. Come on, Cammy. Show us some love here. All right. Come on, centipede. Yes. Whew, I saw that 36 for a second. There we go. 585. We only need $16 or $15, excuse me. All right, we're going down to 45. This will get us an even 600. Okay, let's go. I mean, can you imagine if I played nice and safe day after day? I'd be hitting that $300 100% guaranteed each and every day, because I would just lower my bets and just grind it out for 4 or 5 hours. Instead of betting 135, I would go down to $45 bets and just martingale the crap out of it. Yes, look at that. All right, we're at 600. We are going to take a break right here, and I am going to go do some other things. I finished the low bank video to make $30 a day, and I did a lot more explaining. So it's a longer video, but I did a lot more explaining. It's got some fast forwarding going through it. So check that out. That should be dropping today or tomorrow. We'll be back, and we'll play some different strategies and see how that rolls. But so far, so good. All right, I'll check with you guys later. Cheers.